Welcome to Primo RV Center inside a brand new 2025 16R remote. The remote here is Apex's lightweight, even narrower, so 7 foot wide, typically throughout the lineup. Unit meant for those smaller SUVs, smaller trucks, so just giving you more options here. And it's a very classic layout here with basically ability to make two beds at either end. So our dinette here right at the very front will drop down. And what I love is the fact you actually get 3 windows up here. So you get that cross ventilation, but then you get the great big window here at the very front. And if it is a day where you have to be inside a little bit here, you've got lots of room for 4 people if you want to sit, relax, play some games together. You do have power here as well, USB as well as 120 volt here right at the dinette. And then you've got the fridge very handily right next door. So this will be a 12 volt fridge. We do have 200 watts of solar here on the roof already. So it's nice and deep for a little guy here, as well as a separate freezer. So lots of room for accessories. And if you do have a guest, they've got space up here for some of their bags and accessories they're going to bring with you. And then underneath the dinette as well, you're going to have some storage there built in too. So throughout anywhere they can, even if it's small, they're going to put little bits of storage. So you've got some small storage spaces here. Perhaps a little pantry, a few canned goods, those kinds of things. You've got a little small spot here, great for a magazine or perhaps some maps, things like that, before hitting the trail. Along the floor level here, we're going to have our built-in furnace, so nice and central here, so it's going to equally heat both ends quite quickly. And then just above that, you do have a 3-speed fan, which is very handy when you initially get to the campsite. You can turn that on using the batteries and solar and vent out that trailer. So especially if you're off grid for a bit, super, super handy. Right as we come in the door, we're going to have our awning switch here so we can quickly create some shade outside. We've got our awning underlight switch. We do have a rechargeable Bluetooth speaker here, so that can come outside to our table or perhaps our picnic table. And we can enjoy some tunes here. So we've got a 2-burner stove. Should be doing a little bit of cooking on an inclement day inside, but we also have that microwave to just reheat last night's dinner just underneath there. And for a little guy, they've created a huge amount of counter space here by integrating, again, an undermounted sink with a lid here. And then we've got the great glass top as well. So again, lots of prep space if you need it. And then a huge window, again, to dissipate any heat if you are doing a bit of cooking in here. You've got some great pots and pan storage, some spots down here for again, all the cutlery you'll bring with you. And then you've got all your dish storage here just above. Easy access to the bathroom on the road. So you've got a 2-piece bath here, and very handily your sink is right outside the door, so no worries there. And then you've got some bathroom storage there as well. You've got your ignition switch for your hot water tank here, and we're going to be a tankless hot water heater, so it's going to be quite efficient to get nice hot water very quickly. And then we've got our monitor panel here, so it's going to allow us to quickly check on how full our tanks are. We've got a power switch here, so if you do, or a power outlet I should say, so if you do need dry hair, things like that, you're all set up. And you've got a great little shower, hot and cold water. You do have a skylight here if you're a bit taller, so it's going to create some room. LED lighting throughout, and then you do have a bathroom fan to very quickly exhaust any of that condensation that may be in here from the shower. Great storage here, bulk storage for your bags underneath there, but then you have additional storage on both sides, which if you're on a long journey, you're really going to appreciate. And lots of wall space here too to add some hooks, things like that should you want to. But you do have a little bit of book space here, a place you could stash a glass of water, a place to do some recharging as well. So well set up. And then you've got a huge window here at the back that will open up. So that one gives you a screen, and then you've got the emergency exit window here as well. So both will open, again, giving you airflow. And then you've got that kitchen window right here. So lots of airflow at this end of the coach. Take you outside here, show you some subtle changes on this unit that have really brought it into, again, that minivan towable area, lightweight SUV. So some of the changes here have dropped more than 120 pounds off this unit. So this is now under 2,900 pounds. Tip to tail, it's under 20 feet. So you can take those smallest campsites and not be worried that you're not going to fit. But it does now open up that vehicle choice, again, because this unit is now under 2,900 pounds. So you've got the great big round window here, which they were sort of famous for last year. Nice big green light, so it's easy to find the campground. So lots of light coming into the coach. You've got a single propane tank up front. You've got room for multiple batteries. And with the onboard solar going with 2 6-volts, perhaps some lithium batteries, certainly makes sense here because then you have the storage to use, and especially if your intention is to be off the grid a bit, very, very handy. You do have a built-in battery cutoff switch as well. So if it's going into storage, you'll know that basically with that triggered, nothing is depleting those batteries, and they're going to be fully charged by that solar. You're going to have some storage on either side. Well, it's not pass-through. You're getting some good-sized compartments on both sides. And at the back, you get an absolutely monster one for a small unit. 4 oversized jacks here. So when they're down, very, very stable. Again, all those windows here at the front, so you're getting that ventilation, all that light. We have the steady steps here, so again, anchor right to the ground, so especially if you're traveling with pets, they certainly prefer it here. And your awning runs front to back, so certainly where you're going to be living most of the time. You've got the great little additional light here at the bottom edge, but then you've got your awning light running the full length of the coach. We've got the 14-inch tires here with aluminum rims, so less work there to do, no kind of cleaning off the rust over time. And this is your absolutely monster storage, which our customers loved on this unit. So very reminiscent of a lot of Class B vans in terms of some of the storage that they have at the back under the high-mounted bed. So really, really like that design. You've got your spare tire here at the back. We are set up for a detachable ladder as well from Lippert. And then you've got your pre-set up for a backup camera, should you ever want one. We've got LED lights here throughout, inside and out. So very, very bright on the outside. 30 amp hookup. We do have AC here on board. So again, keep you nice and cool. Very handy if you're on the road as well. Hot and cold water outside. So you've got the outside shower to rinse off, but especially if you're traveling with pets, very handy in spring and fall. Rinse the mud off them as well. You can see the leading edge here of that 200 watt solar panel. Nice thing is you have enough roof space here, and the charge controller is large enough that if you want to double that to go up to 400 watts of solar in the future, that's no issue. You don't have to change anything. Got a black tank flush standard. We do have an input for cable and satellite here as well. As we go forward, we're going to have one of our outlets here. So our black tank outlet, and then our other one here just in the back side for more of our water, and those can be easily joined with a couple of hoses. We've got our city water connection, and then our onboard water tank. The back side of our tankless hot water, so very easy to get to for things like winterization. And then we've got one additional, again, storage compartment here. Good size, very deep here, so underneath your dinette. But that could also be used as inside storage as well, underneath that dinette cushion. We'd invite you into Premier RV Center to come have a closer look at the brand new, redesigned, and lighter weight 16R Remote.